Assalamu alaikum students. Today our topic is what is effect of alcohols on bacterial activity, or we can say that antibacterial activity of alcohols. So antibacterial activity alcohol shows mostly primary alcohols. So primary alcohols show antibacterial activity. Primary alcohol show antibacterial activity, or we can say that primary alcohols are the antiseptic. Why primary alcohols are antiseptic and why they show antibacterial activity? Here we can explain this concept with the graph. Graph is drawn between potency on the y-axis and alkyl chain length on x-axis. This graph shows number of carbon atoms in a chain. So number of carbon atoms in a chain shown on the x-axis, number 1, carbon 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It means primary alcohol containing 1 carbon, methyl alcohol, methanol. If 2 carbon, then ethyl alcohol, and 3 carbon and propanol, 4 carbon and butanol, 5 carbon pentanol, 6 hexanol, 7 carbon heptanol, 8 carbon octanol, and 9 carbon nonanol. So maximum activity is shown by 8 carbon, 8 and 9 carbon shows maximum activity. Up to 8 carbon, we can say that there is a maximum potency of antiseptic effect of the primary alcohol. These are the primary alcohol. Keep in mind, these are the primary alcohol. So why antiseptic activity, why antibacterial activity increase up to 8 carbon and 9 carbon, octanol and nonanol? So it decrease further if we increase number of carbon atom up to decanol, and 2 decanol if we see 12 carbon atoms in alcohol, then activity decreases, antiseptic activity and antibacterial activity decreases. Why? So this graph can be explained by the two observations or the two trends. Number one is we know that alkyl group are the hydrophobic, exhibit a greater ability to penetrate microbial membrane, which are composed of molecules with hydrophobic regions. We know that a plasma membrane or cell membrane of the bacteria are the microorganisms composed of the hydrophobic component. So in alcohol, when hydrophobic component increase, means alkyl chain increase, so its activity increase up to we see here from 1 carbon to 2, 3, 4, antiseptic activity increasing gradually and even up to 8 and 9 carbon. But we observe the pronounced decrease in the activity from the 10, 11 and 12 carbon. Why it happens? It must increase further, although number of carbon and hydrophobic component of the alcohol increasing, plasma membrane having the hydrophobic character and the non-polar part carbon chain increasing up to 12, so it must have maximum activity. So why activity decrease from up from the 9, 10, 11 and 12 carbon? It can be explained. Second point can explain very easily. And second point here discussed is that compound with a larger alkyl chain exhibit lower solubility in water. We know that when non-polar component, hydrophobic component increase in alcohol, overall alcohol solubility decrease. Methanol, ethanol are more soluble in water as compared to butanol, pentanol, and hexanol. So when we increase carbon chain, then solubility of alcohol decrease. So this trend explains why potency of alcohol decrease steeply as alkyl chain become larger. This second point explain why potency decreasing when carbon chain increasing. The reason is the solubility, because solubility is less in water when carbon chain increase. So up to 8 and 9 carbon activity increase, then 10, 11, 12 carbon activity decrease, because such type of alcohols are less soluble in water, or solubility decrease, that decrease its potency. So this is the reason. These are the 2 points here. that describe the low potency of the higher alcohol. Besides this, we can also explain uh, branching, effect of branching. So what is the effect of branches? If we compare the potency or activity of the propanol and isopropanols, so activity of isopropanol is less than the n-propanol. Branching also reduce the activity of the antiseptic activity of alcohol. Branching also reduce the activity of the alcohols. Same is the effect here. Antibacterial activity discussed in case of resorcinols. So in case of resorcinol activity, antiseptic activity and antibacterial activity are less as compared to hexyl resorcinols. It means when a hydrophobic component are increased up to 6 carbon, its activity increase. So hydrophobic effect must be in a consideration, but in a limited amount. So 6 carbon atom, up to 6 carbon atom activity increase, and if we further increase the number of the carbon chains, alkyl chains, 7 carbon, 8 carbon, then activity of the resorcinol will be decreased. So this is the effect of the alkyl group, or effect of the antibacterial and antiseptic effect, how controlled by the alcohols. Okay, thank you.